Good day, young people. Now, this is a final exam review. Types of numbers. All right. Given a set of numbers, minus 4, 1, pi, 0, square root of 5, and 25. Right? All the numbers are the integers. Integers are going to be minus 4, 0, 1, and 25. All the whole numbers. Whole numbers, remember, start from 0, 0, 1, and 25. Natural numbers would be 1 and 25 because 0 is not a natural number. Natural numbers is how we naturally count. 1, 2, 3, etc., etc. Square numbers, 5 times 5 is 25, so 25 is a squared number. Irrational numbers are pi and square root of 5. All right? Write the next two numbers in each sequence. So, if we are going up in value, we're either adding or we're multiplying. And it looks to me like we're adding 2 each time. 2 plus 2 is 4, or these are even numbers. You can also say, so next numbers can be 10, and then 12. Here, I see we are multiplying by 3. I get 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. 81 times 3 is equal to 243. 64, 32, 16, and 8, and 4. What are we doing? We are dividing by 2. So 4, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now finally, if we are decreasing, once again we are either subtracting or dividing. In this instance, we are subtracting by 10. So next numbers will be 1650. Powers and roots. 3 squared plus the square root of 25. 3 squared is just 9. And the square root of 25 is 5, because 5 times 5 is 25, so therefore the square root of 25 is going to be 5. 9 plus 5 is going to be 14. 2 cubed plus 3 squared. 2 to the power of 3 means 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 3 squared means 3 times 3, which is 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. 5 squared minus 3 squared. 5 squared is 25, minus 3 squared is 9. 25 minus 9 is 16. The cube root of 8 plus 4 squared. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Or 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. Therefore, the cube root of 8 would just be 2. 4 squared is 4 times 4 is 16. 2 plus 16 is equal to 18. Flipping over. Types of triangles. All of this is review. This is an isosceles triangle. These two sides are equal and the two base angles are equal. This is an equilateral triangle, all sides equal. This is an obtuse angle. One of the angles here is more than 90 but less than 180, obviously. This is a right triangle. That little box that means 90 degrees. This is a scalene. Why is it scalene? Because no side is equal. All right. Naming polygons. This is called a pentagon. It has 5 sides. This is a hexagon. It has 6 sides. This is a quadrilateral, but has a name called a trapezium. All right. And this is also a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides, but this is more commonly called a rectangle. Substitution. Given pi is equal to 3, r is equal to 4, and a is equal to 5, e is equal to 2. Solve the following. Pi r squared, which is the area of a circle. Pi is equal to 3 times r squared means 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 16 is equal to 48. You can do the arithmetic on your own. AR means 8 times r. It is what? 5 times 4. 5 times 4 over 2. I can cancel right here. I can say 2 and 7 goes once, 2 and 4 goes twice, and the answer would be 10. Or you go the long way. I can say 5 times 4 is 20 divided by 2 is equal to 10. Area and perimeter of a rectangle. The perimeter is equal to the length, adding each side. So this side is 7 centimeters. Opposite sides in a rectangle equal. Over here would be 2 centimeters. Over here would be 2 centimeters. So 7 plus 2 plus 7 plus 2, you add them up, and I end up with 18 centimeters. The area of a rectangle or of a square is equal to length times width. And the length is 7 times 2. It really doesn't matter which one you put as the length. It's equal to 14 centimeters squared. Let's move on. 1 and 2 step linear equations. Let's solve this. Something plus 3 is equal to 9. Don't get caught up with the something is called. All right, so the opposite of adding is to subtract. I subtract 3 from both sides. I get a something, which we're calling A is equal to 6. Something minus 7 is equal to 3. Now the opposite, I can move the 7. And the 7 is subtracting, so I can add 7 to both sides, and I get that something which we're now calling E is equal to 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. 3 times something is equal to 21. Now, how do I find what that something is? I have to move the 3. How do I move the 3? The 3 is multiplying there, so the opposite of multiplying is to divide both sides by 3. And I get that something that we are calling X equal to 7. Something over 4 is equal to 2 in the red. So how do I move the 4? I have to multiply, because the 4 right here is dividing. The opposite of dividing is multiplying, so I will multiply both sides by 4. And I get that something is equal to 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times something minus 1 is equal to 5. The first thing is I have to move everything that is not directly connected to the something that we're looking at, so I got to move the minus 1. How do I move that? The opposite of subtracting 1 is to add 1 to both sides. So I get 2 times something is equal to 5 plus 1 is 6. Now I got to move the 2, because I'm solving for that something. So how do I move the 2? I have to divide, because I am multiplying here, you see. Divide both sides by 2. And 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. 5 times something plus 2 is equal to 17. So once again, the first thing I have to move is to 2. And I'm adding 2 here, so I subtract 2 from both sides. I get 5 times something is equal to 15. 17 minus 2 is 15. Now I got to move the 5. Divide both sides by 5. I get the something must be equal to 3. All right? HCF and LCM. Determine the HCF and LCM of 20 and 16. Now the first thing is we got to write this as a product of primes. Some of you may use the tree, as well as some of you may use this ladder method. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 20 is equal to 2 times 2 times 5. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Divided by 2 is 4. Divided by 2 is 2. So 16 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now, if you would ask to write this in index form, which we're not asking, I can write this as 2 to the power of 4, and this would be 2 squared, all right? Now, the HCF is easy. I look for what's common. 2 is common, and 2 is common, so the HCF is going to be 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 is the largest number that can go into 20 and 16, all right? Now, the LCM is the smallest number that both of these can go into, so I end up with 1, 2, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, right? 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 times 2 is 40. 40 times 2 is 80. So the LCM is going to be 80. Percentages, decimals, and fractions. So now we're going to change. Decimals. How do I change this decimal into a percent? You see, I have to multiply by 100, so I move the decimal point over 2 times. I get 5%. Once again, move the decimal point over 2 times, but there's nothing here, so add a 0. I move it over 1, 2. You get 80%. Fractions, right? This is equal to 5 out of 100. Sorry about that. The paper is being blown. 5 out of 100. See, this is in hundreds position. Tenths, hundreds. 5 out of 100. And I can reduce this to 1 over 20. Or that's fine. 8. The 8 is in what position? The tenths. Tenths. So 8 over 10. I can reduce this. Divide both sides by 2. I mean the numerator and the denominator by 2, and I get 4 over 5. How do I change 3/4 into a decimal? That's simply equal to 3 divided by 4. Doing the arithmetic, I get 0.75. 0.75. Now how do I change this into a percent? I will multiply this by 100. There are several ways you can do this. 300 divided by 4 is going to give me 75, right? Or I can say $1 divided by 4 is going to be 25 cents. 25 cents times 3 is going to give me 75. 75%. Now let's change this into a fraction. Right. Let's change the percentage into a decimal. We have to divide by 100. Whenever you are dividing by 100, you move the decimal point 2 times to the left. See, every number has a decimal point. 1, 2 is equal to 0.79. Now, percent means out of 100. 79 out of 100, and that's as far as I can go. 2%, move the decimal point over 2 times, so add a 0 here, once, twice. I end up with 0.02. Or if I want to write this as a fraction, this is 2 out of 100. That's what the word percent means, and I can divide. I get 1 over 50. Let's change 1/2 into a decimal. So that'll be 1 divided by 2. You should get 0.5. All right? You can do it on your own. Or I can say 1 over 2 times 100, which is equal to 50%. You can also do that on your own. Mean, mode, median. Now, we have these numbers here, right? Now, saying that I am finding the median, and I have to arrange everything anyway, either from smallest to largest, or often largest to smallest. But I'm choosing to arrange this. Actually, I didn't do that here. I did that someplace else. So the mean, I just add up everything, and then I divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. 40. So when you add up 12 plus 9 plus 10 plus 9 divided by 4, I get 10. So my average or my mean is going to be 10. The mode is the number that occurs the most. 9 occurs twice. The median is the middle number or numbers of a set of ordered numbers. So I arrange this in ascending order from smallest to largest, or you can arrange it in descending order from largest to smallest. However you do it, it really doesn't matter. You find the middle number, but there is no one middle number. There are two middle numbers, 9 plus 10. So I add these two together, and then I divide it by 2. 19 divided by 2 is equal to 9.5. I have the arithmetic up here. 19 divided by 2 is equal to 9.5. Now the range is equal to the largest number minus the smallest number. That's equal to 12 minus 9, so the range is going to be 3. Venn diagram, all right? So if I have this, P is for people who like pizza, H is for people who like hamburger, all right? So I have this, I have these, this is my Venn diagram. This is my universal set. These are pizza lovers, hamburger lovers. These are persons who love pizza and hamburger, right? A, who likes pizza only. So I'll be these three right here. 1 second. Okay, real quickly. People who like pizza only are Jim, Tim, and Sue. See, these people only like pizza, right? People who like pizza and hamburger, P in section H, are just Joe and Bob. Okay, Joe Bob. The number of people who like pizza or hamburger. How much? Now this is a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's equal to 6. The number of P who are not in P. Who is not in P? All right. I would be who's not in P would be Jane and Mary. Just these two, because all of these people are at least like pizza. P in the section H, all complemented. So not in P in the section H, so this is going to be P in the section H. Not in this would be Jim, Tim, Sue, Jane, and Mary. You see that? All those people right there. Pie charts. So we have this. Remember, this represents 90 degrees. So I want to convert this to a percentage. So now it's 90 over 360. The whole circle represents 360 times 100. And I'm doing the arithmetic here, and I end up at 25%. Hopefully you can see this. All right. Convert B to degrees, so B. So I have to change 40% to degrees. The word percent means out of 100. 40 out of 100 times 360. I cancel a 0 here, cancel a 0 here. 36 times 4 is equal to 144 degrees. C, I want to write this as degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all of the degrees. So I found this was 144 degrees, and this is going to be 90 degrees, right? So add these two together. 144 plus 90, I end up at 234 degrees, and I've subtracted that from 360, and I find out how much C is. C is going to be 126 degrees. 126 degrees. Or if I wanted to write this as a percentage, how would I do that? Add up all of the percentages. This is 25% plus 40% is equal to 65%. 65, and subtract that from 100%, I end up at 35%. Now, the last thing is on your final exam that you have to cover is translation reflection. I'm not sure if translation is there or not. It says draw your axis from -8 to 8, which I did. I found, see, I labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is my x-axis, by the way. I should label this as x. This is going to be more, see, and this is like the number line. I'm going negative this way, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Up is good, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going up to heaven, and down is bad, negative. You see that? No, anyway, amen. I ain't saying that. So we get -1, -2, -3, -4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it says here, plot this point, right? Now, when plotting the points, we always write the x-coordinate first. X is 1, y is 2. See, x is 1, y is 2 right there, bam. Second point, x is 3, y is 4. Okay, x is 1, y is 4, sorry about that. X is 1, y is 4 right there, bam. So that is B. C is going to be x is 3, y is 4. X is 3, y is 4. You see that? And finally, D is going to be x is 3, y is 2. X is 3, y is 2. So, and the shape is called a square. Now it says here on the line, on the same axis, draw the line y is equal to -2. Y is equal to -2 is right here. It's a horizontal line passing through -2, forever, never, never. Doesn't matter what x is. If I had x equal to something, that would be a vertical line, okay? So horizontal line, now I'm going to reflect this in this line. So point by point, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So watch here. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So this point is now this point. In reflection, how far is this away? So it's 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I go 6 below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once again, you're moving point by point, all right? And that should get you there. Now, last part is translate. Move the original quadrilateral ABC 4 spaces to the left and 3 spaces up. So watch here. I'm going to count 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 up. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be reflect my translated image, right? And then the same thing here. Watch and count. See 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 3. 1, 2, 3. So every point you can move just like that. All right. And this is basically what's on your final exam. This is on a PJC paper that we are about to go over again, a paper 2. Be blessed, be encouraged. You guys got this. In Jesus' name, amen.